nice new car, dude.
Yeah, I picked it up this morning.
Bought your car this morning?
I mean, I picked it up at a Denny's parking lot.
So much your car at a Denny's?
It's a little more complicated than that, actually.
What's that mean?
Just...
Is that a cop?
Yeah, he's been following us for a tad bit.
Why is he following us?
I don't know, hey, hold on to something.
What do you mean?
Yeah, just hold on to something.
Are you running?
No, of course
No,
not.
don't run.
Oh, yeah,
Pull me over and let me off. Don't run.
That's very funny for you, man.
No, that's not. No. Pull over and let me out.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
That was another.
Oh, I think you just caused your fucking backup. Oh.
Pull over, let me out.
No.
Why are you doing this?
Oh, my God, this is exactly what I wanted. Woo!
What? Wanted?
Oh,
Why
God, I
would you
just
want
can't
this?
wait anymore, man.
Why would you bring me into this? What?
I just can't wait anymore.
Wait for what?
Grand Theft Auto 5!
This is for a video game?
Whoa. It's not just any fucking video game. It's Grand Theft Auto 5, okay? It's possibly one of the best.
You're doing this for a video game.
It's the only way I could have eased the tension, man.
Tension?
Yes, I had to steal a car.
You had to steal a car.
Yes, I had to commit Grand Theft Auto. This is our new series called Rank 'em Up, where we take game series or movie series and, we just rank them from worst to best. And today, in honor of Grand Theft Auto 5, we decided to do the Grand Theft Auto series. And, God, the amount of joy we've had with these games is just spellbinding. Isn't that right, Tim?
That's right, Chuck. I love these games so fucking much.
My name's Ray, you moron.
Drive the car.
Alright, let's kick off the list with one, it's not much, I can't say much about this game other than, the great thing about this game is it's Grand Theft Auto on the Game Boy Advance. Well, the bad things are, it's Grand Theft Auto on the Game Boy Advance. The story involves a guy named Mike, and I think it's a year before the story of Grand Theft Auto 3, it's in Liberty City. The controls are just... if you have a Game Boy Advance and you were a kid, yeah, this was great. Other than that, it is by far the worst Grand Theft Auto. Fun game, but still the worst. Now, some of you may be thinking, what the hell? This is the original. It should have more recognition. It should be higher on this list. There's literally no plot. You choose from 8 characters, 4 if you're playing on the PlayStation. You just go around running over people and doing some missions while, got some spare time. It's a fun game, but the fact that it's this low on the list shows how Rockstar has taken just that simple game and just expanded upon it. Honestly, it being this low on the list is actually a good thing. It's fun, play it. It's free on the fucking website at rockstar.com. Now this is how you make an expansion pack. At least back in the old days. You take the player to a whole new area, and not just any made-up area, London. Now the first one was based in 3 cities. San Andreas, Liberty City, and Vice City. They all made, they were smaller maps, and at least a lot smaller than the 3 versions, but this one took you to London, an actual place. Had a very London feel to it. It had like just the fact that you can drive around in a Mini Cooper and piss off the fucking fuzz, and it was fun as hell. And it brought something new to the table. That's why it's number 11. This one you can call GTA 2 because that was the slogan they were releasing it with. Now, this game is amazing, not only for just the gameplay, but the live-action cutscenes. Hell, the intro is exhilarating to watch. It's awesome. It feels like you're actually watching a crime movie. And from what I understand, it was just the director of the game and some of his friends just messing around with the camera. And it worked out so damn well. It brought something new to the table. It gave it more of a, just more of an atmosphere to it. Other than improving on that, the gameplay was a lot more smooth. The controls were smoother. You were able to do a lot more things. Like now you're able to choose the missions and also choose which gangs you would work for.
Grand Theft Auto 2 is a great game. Did you have something to say about Grand Theft Auto 2?
No.
Yeah, hold on a second. That's a good spot.
What are you pulling over for?
We're about
Again.
Yeah. I remember you saying something about Grand Theft Auto 2.
Grand Theft Auto 2, great game. See, the thing I was telling you was creators talking about how the AI it was so randomized that it looked like the people had lives. So they would come out of their job and they would get in a car and then they would drive home. And you notice that these little people, would just do this daily because of the system they made, and it really inspired them to make games afterwards, where the people and they actually have a real life. You can follow someone in any of the other GTA games, and this is really what started it.
See, wasn't that a lot easier?
Yeah.
See, very informative. I like that. See, they like that too.
Everybody hold your pitchforks and make sure your buttholes aren't, tight. I'm just gonna straight up say it. I didn't like Lost and Damned. Story? Yeah, it was fun. It was cool. I liked the story. Brought nothing else to the table, though. It brought cool mechanics to the bikes. Never really used the bikes. The choppers were not my favorite fucking vehicle, so this made it even worse how certain missions you were supposed to be on your bike the whole time. The setting was more, darker and boring. The add-ons weren't even worth it. Some new bike, a new shotgun, and it brought nothing great. For the price they were asking, from what I remember, it was $15. Oh god, they robbed me from that. Also, full CGI dick. Why? Why? Now this is bar none, hands down the best top-down Grand Theft Auto. Now, what was great about this game? The gameplay was amazing. You ever played Hotline Miami? Well, think of it like that, but you're able to do a lot more, like drive your car around, and you're able to piss off the cops even more. This game was so challenging. It was fun. It was amazingly fun of how challenging it was. The story was, cliched as all hell, just a regular Yakuza story. A guy comes back to town, his father's been killed, it's the whole revenge story. It isn't a bad thing. It runs very well, especially with, the comic book style, cutscenes. The gameplay is very... Hold on a second. Hey, Tim, you take over for this one.
Really fast-paced gameplay. Best fucking pigs! Best top-down game I've played in a long time. What I really like about it is the fear of danger that's around you. Grand Theft Auto 3 and on, you can feel like you can definitely get away from the cops if you know what you're doing. For Chinatown Wars, Chinatown Wars, it really feels like, you don't know what's around the corner. Cops, danger. If you get shot in this game, you are dead. It's not like Grand Theft Auto 3 where it feels like, a couple shots, big deal.
Besides all that, this is actually a pretty damn good game, especially for a handheld one. You can pick it up on the PSP, the DS, or even the iPhone. Now, there weren't that many great games for the PSP, except for Liberty City Stories. Now, I got this game day one, and my god, it was fun as hell. Just having a 3D rendered Grand Theft Auto in your pocket was just amazing. On top of a great game and great gameplay, had a good story with a great character, Tony Cipriani, who was actually a homage in some way to Tony Soprano. it's going to be free very soon for PS Vita and PSP for PS Plus members. So it's free. You better pick it up. Speaking of PSP titles, Vice City Stories. Now this one didn't really improve that much on Liberty City Stories. Heck, the story was a lot weaker in my opinion. Other than that, the gameplay was amazing, the atmosphere was amazing, just the city that you're in, and the soundtrack, which is possibly the crowning achievement for this game. Just cruising down the street listening to Foreigner? Yeah. And doing all this in the palm of your hands. This is bar none, so far, the best handheld Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto 3. Now, not only was this game great, it was revolutionary. I'm pretty sure this was the first game that many people played in this series. I remember playing this game when I was like 10 years old, and it was... Hell, even listen to Tim. He had probably the same amount of experience I did.
I mean, as a little kid playing this, when I popped someone's head off, it scared the crap out of me. Like I was like, oh, I just committed murder.
It's actually very strange being able to cause all this mayhem in this very realistic 3D rendered world. This game left a mark in the video game industry as one of the first full sandbox games, and many people have tried to replicate it since. When the 360 and the PS3 hit the market, people were excited to see a bunch of new games and see how their old series would be upgraded. Well, in 2008 we were given Grand Theft Auto 4. This game had improved graphics, improved drive mechanics, improved enemy AI, and improved gunplay. But the cost of all these new features, the map was smaller than previous games, a lot less vehicles, and little to no cheats. The plot was great, it was dark and gritty, but after it was over, there was no real reason to explore and mess around the city. Except for... Hold on a second, I have to go take care of something. Tim.
Holy shit. Grand Theft Auto 4, definitely the most serious of the games, really took kind of all the silliness of previous ones out. Character, very brooding, it feels like an episode of LAPD or something like that, just everything's dark. The game really expanded on the gunplay and driving mechanics. Did you shoot someone?
Oh man.
Why'd you jump on the hood?
Just don't worry about it.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, multiplayer. This game introduced online multiplayer, which extended the gameplay. Because now you and your friends had a bunch of game modes to try out, and now you were able to explore the world together. This game became an instant classic. Now, the only real reason this one is number 3 is because Ballad of Gay Tony was slightly better than Grand Theft Auto 4. It's pretty much the same game, but it added things that many fans longed for. It added more online game modes and had an interesting, albeit flashy story, and was more lighthearted compared to Lost in the Damned and GTA 4. This DLC was definitely worth the price of admission. It was basically fan service. It added things back in like parachutes and a SWAT tank that were available in earlier games of the series. Speaking of which, San Andreas. What makes this game just shy of perfect was mostly a convoluted storyline. Don't get me wrong, most of the missions were some of the most fun experiences I've ever had in a plot. The plot was lost amongst them. Also, the RPG elements were pointless and unwanted. Also, the Thug Hood setting was pretty boring to me. Thankfully, the map was so huge that you didn't have to stay there. You could visit a San Francisco-type setting, which included many missions involving cars, giving the illusion of playing as Steve McQueen in the movie Bullet. Or heading over to Las Venturas, where a Las Vegas-style life would be waiting for you. On top of the huge map, a great voice cast including Samuel L. Jackson and James Woods, and the amount of freedom given to the player was just astounding. Restrictions. This game pretty much had none. But possibly the most important thing that made this game even more fun was the lucrative cheats.
Ray has decided to barrel roll us upside down. We are very high, about 30,000 feet, I would assume, above ground. In honor of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, he's committed some real-life cheats. I do not know how he's doing this.
Flying cars, baby!
Yeah. This isn't a joke. Yeah. Please help me. If you find this video, please call 911. Tell him I'm way high in the air. Just shoot me down. Just let me die. Not with this motherfucker help.
We're gonna land right now.
Yes!
I'm gonna just come out and say it. The best game for gameplay in the GTA series is hands down San Andreas. But the best experience is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. The plot was tight, and you were rooting for the main character even though he's a ruthless killer. Voiced by Ray Liotta, Tommy Vercetti was a hardened criminal being jammed to a tough spot after a deal goes wrong. And he must find his way out while choking his way up the food chain. I personally believe that Tommy Vercetti is the best protagonist of the whole GTA franchise, and the plot was riddled with great homages to great films. Besides that, the setting was amazing and had the player feel like he had just stepped into a time capsule into the 1980s. The soundtrack included some of the best songs to date and added to the overall atmosphere. Top that off with neon nightlife, motorcycles, flying vehicles, and all-time favorite weapon, like the guns in the new Apache helicopter, the chainsaw, the minigun, and the Magnum. This game was amazing then, and it still holds up to today. I really can't find any faults with this game, and that's why it deserves the #1 spot.
Well, that's the list, and you know, we're pretty sure that Grand Theft Auto 5, when it comes out, unless in the future it's already out, it's trumped this whole list and it's taken the #1 spot. Because honestly, from what I've seen from the trailers, and especially the online trailers, oh my god, that game's gonna be amazing. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and you know, if you have any future suggestions for like any like other series you guys want us to do, you know, just let us know. Leave it in the comments, and again, thanks for watching. Yeah.
Pull over.
Why would I want to do that?
Just pull over. I'm just gonna need you to pull over and just get out of the car.
But why would I want to?
Just pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over.
That hurt my heart, man.
Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull the fuck over! I'm so proud of you, man.
Oh, Jesus Christ!